Hello and welcome everybody back to the League of Ungentlemanly Warfare with Spellforce 3. Yeah, in the last episode we tried to enter the village of Leonon, but unfortunately the elves were already there, and unfortunately they are not very friendly. So we have now to build here an outpost, recruit an army, and, well, enter the village by force. And here's a quest.
You're Corporal Tahar, I assume.
Yeah, any advice on how to get started?
We should probably stock up on provisions first. I suggest we send out some men to hunt and do some wood cutting.
Got it.
And be sure to task some of our men to take care of transporting the resources, too. If everyone is assigned to a specific job, there'll be no one left to do that.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Well, to be fair, we already have several carriers here, so per default. So we would have to actively deactivate those in order... Oh, what did I just do? Oh. The retreat. Okay, that is nothing. That was... nothing that was too bad, so... no need to be worried. So, here we shall now get 2 hunting cabins. 1 carrier less, because we already want to repair the broken bridge, so that we can actually scout the area in the north. And here our people are already building. So, yeah, I expect that this episode will be a lot more like a strategy game. And I forgot to deactivate Origin, as we could just see by my friend Andy logging into, well, logging off.
Building completed.
Well, it's it's past 3 AM in the morning, so I would be very surprised if many people would be playing at the moment. So, time to report to Jared.
Did you send out hunters already?
Yeah, and they already found some game.
Are you
I
blind?
also tasked a couple
There are
of
2
men
hunter
to gather wood,
cabins.
as you suggested. What's next?
Good question. I suggest you head out and see if you find more suitable spots to establish outposts. Closer to the elves, preferably. The more territory we control, the easier it will be to win the battle.
Makes sense.
Seriously,
Let's
Andy,
find more
fuck
spots
off.
to set up outposts. We need to gain more ground.
Agreed.
Okay, so while we are gathering resources, we will now establish a few more outposts.
Expansion is the key to victory.
Why are we only supposed to take 1 new sector? Why not all
The
5?
outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
I'm ready.
Well, time to report back to Gerald, and then we can get the other sectors.
All right.
Now would you look at that?
Yes? Any news?
Yes, we set up some new outposts, as you suggested. What now?
Well, I guess now would be the time to arm our men and prepare them for the attack. In other words, we should put up a barrack.
Then that's what we'll do.
That should work.
By the way, can we actually get stone here? Nope, we can't. What does the map say? Do we have here? Ah, down here we can actually get some stone. So of course we will also conquer the sector here in the south. And get the stone that we need in order to fortify.
Choice.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
So that one here has already been expanded. So I guess we will get more wood then.
We still need to gain more territory, Tahar. If we don't, the elves can pin us down.
Yeah, don't you worry, Bertrand. By the way, how's the bridge doing? Okay, it's nearly done.
Yes.
Once that is done, we can actually take the sector here up in the north.
Yes.
All right.
Understood.
Let's get to it.
Wouldn't it be wise to expand into the Northern Territory too? That might give us an advantage over the elves.
Probably, but there's no way on EO we'll get a cart through that river. Let's get someone to repair the bridge first.
Well, already doing that. And it's nearly done. %.
Well then. What is it?
Okay, so now we
Will do.
can discover the north, explore it, and fight all the dangers that are there.
Building completed.
There we already found some wolves that we can kill. And I know that for the entire time now I can already assign a few more attribute points and stuff like that. But we will do that later. At the moment it's not necessary. Oh, what's that? A statue. An unfinished statue of Tiara. Maybe villagers attempted to regain her favor.
Interesting.
What do we get here? A white rope and a rusty hatchet, so nothing too important, but still stuff that we can sell.
Got it.
So, time to build the outpost here.
Yes, that's a good spot.
Then let's get to it.
Good. And here now our
The
last
outpost
lumberjack
has been
hut
built.
settlement.
We've expanded our borders.
Ooh, and a few spiders.
Understood.
We're being attacked.
No, this is not over. It's just way too easy and drags on for way too long.
More cutthroats. Take them down.
Oh, would you look at that? Way too easy. And some easy experience. What do we get here? Simplistic spear, weapon, one-handed, yeah,
Building
nothing,
complete.
chainmail. Blah. Well, at least there's a healing potion. That is quite useful for us. So let's further explore. More exploration means also more sectors for us. Oh, and what do we have here?
Take them down.
Some elven scouts
They will
who have a
fall.
death wish. Good thing the elves here in this sector are not relying on my tactics that I already demonstrated in the skirmish. I guess they have been blocking the road to kill all people who wanted to flee. What do we have here? Though there's no trace of its owner, the top card does not appear to have been looted. Animals? Nope, it was the elves trying to stop the people to leave the sector. So that they can control the disease. I mean, the elves are only doing a rational thing here.
Walking corpses. Take them down.
Wow, that one actually exploded. Now we don't need to raise more undead. But we could use a heal on ourselves. So that item that we found in the second mission is actually really useful. Or was it in the second mission? I don't remember. So now even the last undead are, well, dead.
Onwards.
So now here in this sector we actually can have some stone. Now the question is, where is it? It's here. And we can also get some wood. That is great. By the way, do we have stone up here? Yes, we do.
What do we need?
Oh, and a few more blister backs. Yeah, the queen can kiss my ass. I just want to kill stuff here. So stop screaming like a maniac.
For the crowd! Make it quick! Ah!
So there's definitely something to be found at the top here. Oh, it's a trader!
Building
What
complete.
did we find here? Lesser blackened stuff. I guess that is something that we already have. Yes, we do.
Do it.
I beg your pardon.
I said do it. Rob me, beat me up, kill me. That's all you people do these days, isn't it? Mage wars, more here elves, bloodburn. Sometimes I wonder how I even made it to this age. Ah, well, every streak of luck has to end eventually, doesn't it? Seems that mine ends with bandits.
We're not bandits.
Oh. Well then, what brings you here?
We're soldiers, and we're here to investigate the recent outbreak in Leonon.
Outbreak? I assume it's this bloodburn you're talking about. Then I apologize for my insolence. Care for a glass of mulled wine? Some chicken broth, maybe?
Thank you, but we're short on time.
I see. Well, then how can I help you?
So there are of course a few questions that can be
You don't
asked.
sound like a villager. Where are you from?
Oh, long story. Briefly put, I'm from Everlight. Tiara's Grace, if that name sounds familiar.
That's the noble quarter of the city, isn't it? You must have had quite some coin if you lived there.
That is correct, I did. Drapery was my craft, and I was good at it. But then I grew older, and the usual questions began to arise. You know, the ones that sound silly, but nonetheless keep you awake at night.
Such as?
Let's not go into detail. Suffice it to say that they made me question some of my decisions. Long story short, I gave all my belongings to an orphanage and looked for a quiet place to do some soul-searching.
What do you know about the outbreak in the village?
Not much. I try to stay away from the village as much as possible. They are decent folks, but, you know, I came here for serenity. All I know is that 3 weeks ago, those elves showed up and made camp. As if it were the most natural thing in the world. More here elves, by the look of them.
3 weeks. That's before the infection must have occurred.
Some days, yes. But I doubt they had something to do with it, if that's what you were thinking. They were quite friendly with the villagers, even though they wouldn't tell them the reason for their presence. Then the dying started. Evidently, I observed all this from afar. I was out fishing on the lake, to be precise. But still, it was enough to get a good picture. The first victim I saw was one of the farmers. He was out working his fields when he suddenly collapsed. To me, it looked as if he was coughing blood.
Keep talking.
Well, he got up, and immediately the elves that were there carried him back into the village. The next day, it happened again. Only this time, to 2 women doing their laundry at the creek. Again, the elves helped. I couldn't tell from the distance, but it even looked as if that tall woman, their leader, examined them. Whatever she did, though, it didn't stop the plague. That same night, there was screaming from behind the village walls. And it lasted for the entire week. It was gruesome.
I see. And I guess you don't happen to know what exactly the elves are doing this for.
I don't. But for what it's worth, the elves don't seem to be afraid of this plague. They did not avoid physical contact with the infected. At least, not that I saw. Also, even though they helped the villagers once the bloodburn broke out, they didn't seem to be too... how should I say? Agitated. To me, It looked as if they knew what they were dealing with.
Is the entire village affected?
I don't think so, but I can't be certain. The elves only locked down the village some days ago. But before that, I still saw farmers on their fields and people fishing the creek. Though it was just a handful now instead of dozens, as it was before that. So whatever atrocity that plague is, it did not take all of them.
You don't know that. Maybe the bloodburn is already in them and is simply not broken out yet.
Possible. I am neither apothecary nor alchemist, so I wouldn't know.
What about you? Were you never afraid you'd get infected too?
Well, of course I was. Which is why I stayed away from the creek after it got truly dire. I only returned yesterday, when the screaming had ceased. However, I still feel fine.
Between when the elves arrived and the first outbreak, did you notice anything odd?
Such as?
Such as odd noises.
No, I don't think so. Sorry. Then how can I help you?
Some information will be useful. Is there another way inside the village apart from the southern gate?
Another? Oh. You want to get past the elven barricade. Apart from the north and the south gate, no, there isn't.
There's a second entrance?
Yes, there is. Just follow the path to the east.
We'll be off.
Fair enough.
I thought we could trade with him. Ah, now we can. Okay, what can we actually get? We can get an elven scimitar, elven shortbow, better enclave, longbow. Yeah, I guess we will go for this one. Okay, apparently those focus potions are way more expensive than I had thought. Okay, let's see what we can sell here. So that is not important to us. That also not. Everything that reduces our speed is definitely not worthy to be worn by us. Oh, totally forgot that we also have a helmet here. So, and what do we have here? Of course we won't sell the green weapons, but daggers are not needed here, as well as the shield, as well as the rusty hatchets and so on. Also, we won't need those long bows. Okay, so what else? We won't need that. We also won't need that scimitar anymore. How about the consumables? Is there something that we can get now? We won't need those potions here. Potion of Fresh Start might still be useful for us. We don't need the protection here. Also not those damage things. So those are fine for us. Quest items. I don't think they are quest items here. As we can see, stuff is still way too expensive for us. But we can actually get that one ring. So maybe later we should also get that short bow. I mean, that one might be good for Bertrand, yes. Also, sentence scenario. Ah, we cannot switch out his weapons. This one here doesn't have much dexterity. Therefore he will stay with the axe. Yeah, the short bow will still be interesting for us. Lesser blackened stuff, you know, if we don't need that. We have that glaive here already that is a two-handed weapon, so it needs a dexterity. Okay then. Oh, what else can we sell? I don't think we need that stuff anymore. So where's that? Good, so now we can equip the elven shortbow to our good old friend Bertrand, which just doubles his damage output. So if we go further to the east, we can actually reach the elven people. But before we do that, we will build some stone here. So now we can also... Ah, we cannot upgrade our building. Well, that's wonderful. Okay.
It'll only take a second.
Then we will get rid of that one lumberjack hut, the logging cabin. And we'll build here a hunting cabin as well as here. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Oh, it worked.
Yes?
So is there something down here? I don't think so, so we'll follow the road a little bit to the east. And the game also requires us to build towers, but I don't plan on doing that. So we will get rid of that one here. And we will build a barracks. Right in the middle of the fields. So, and since we have the quest, we will also build a tower. That will now take a little bit. In the meantime, we will simply march around. Oh, more elven patrols!
Stay alert.
You know what? Die! And it's dead.
Let's go. Right away.
Kebablord and his friends are going to kill everyone.
Building completed.
If needed. Oh, more wolves to kill. So, and I guess how much wood do we actually have? We have more than enough, so we can also get rid of that building and build another barracks that will increase the speed with which we are going to recruit people. Mighty warriors for our army. So, you will train a few arsonists. We might actually need them.
Yes.
Oh, and there we have already the village, so the north gate won't be far away. Oh, is there a cave? Is there something to loot? I mean, there are bones.
Easy.
There's a bear to kill. Yeah, sorry bear, but we are not impressed here. Well, unfortunately, there's nothing to loot. Well, it was at least 150 experience. For free. Now we repeat that 10 times and then we have another level up for our heroes.
Of course.
Of course that gate can easily be opened, but that is not what we are aiming for. At least not yet. So, time to us to actually walk back.
Alright.
In the meantime, these barracks here, we will get some recruits.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
On the other hand, why should we kill the elves if we can do that all peacefully? I mean, the game already said to us that a few of our decisions might have consequences later. So I guess if we are being peaceful here, we won't have any negative consequences.
Let's go talk to the general.
I don't want to talk to the general yet. I also want to conquer the other sectors.
For the crown! Charge!
Whatever's necessary.
Well, it's a bit sad that the elves did not notice that there's actually a northern gate. Well, never mind then. So, we will walk back. And then we will march north with our army.
Our provisions are running low. We need more food.
Yeah, fuck you too, advisor. We definitely have the resources to do so. More outposts means a larger army.
Yes?
Oh, by the way, we should make that one a control group, just in case. Just in case someone gets lost or anything like that. I really wish I could speed up time. This again dragging on for way too long. The game is very, very, very slow paced. Not necessarily a bad thing. But still, it's annoying. So, and I'm pretty sure we won't be able to enter the village with this episode, but we will have an army, and right in the next episode we will enter the village and see how the quest turns out. Again, I just don't want to kill all the elves. Since they are my favorite faction in this game, and yeah, maybe we will be allied one day. Maybe that will make things easier. I don't know. I don't know to what extent decisions have an effect. So, time to build here an outpost.
Good choice.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
So, time to make some food free.
We're being attacked.
Onwards.
Seriously, they are attacking us. Do they have a death wish?
We're being attacked.
Damn it! I need healing.
Okay, that was a bit very close. There we have a novice attacking our main building in the sector. But I can't be arsed. So here we'll build two towers.
Expansion is the key to
Spellforce
victory.
3, the two towers. Great name for the add-on, though it might get some copyright issues.
We've expanded our borders.
As you command.
So once this sector has been reinforced, which will soon be the case since we have already a couple of carriage drivers on the way, we are going to talk to the general. So now all we need is 15 wood.
Say the word.
So from now on our heroes will be accompanied by a couple of soldiers. Building so fast.
Building completed.
Now come on,
Building
you can do it a
completed.
bit faster.
Building completed.
Ah, they're automatically working on that farm. That's interesting. Okay, then I will only get that one. And here we even have some villager taking a look out of a window, making sure that nothing is happening to the pigs.
What's next?
That's a
I
nice
think we're in a
little
good
detail.
spot to attack now, General.
Good. Then we'll attack right away.
I don't want to question your orders, sir, but wouldn't it be wise to do some more scouting first? There might be a weakness in their defense that we haven't spotted yet.
Fine. But not much longer. Who knows what these elves are planning? And if they carry the Bloodburn out of the village, no amount of scouting will help us.
Ah, Geralt. Of course, always wanting to kill. So, and here's a reward that we can claim. What will we do? Talisman of Second Chance, Orb of Poison, Orb of Fire. We
We're
will, of
being
course,
attacked.
take the Talisman.
Understood.
Well, that attack won't last very long, right? Yeah, we're more here, Warden. So yeah, and we will go for the north.
Alright.
So, now look lively, lads. I want to take a screenshot with you. For the thumbnail, you know. Ah, come on, village. Why are the villagers photobombing? That's not nice. Well then. So, screenshot taken. And yeah, as always, I hope you liked this episode. If yes, please consider to give it a thumbs up. And if you have any feedback, questions, hints, tips or whatsoever, then, well, just type it down in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, well, I would, of course, always be happy if you change that. And with that, I say
We're being attacked.
goodbye. And see you next time in Spellforce 3 when we will finally stop these elven attacks. Bye bye.